Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Think of all that time. Every wait in the winter. All that hours no one else saw. Every sprint in the summer. Think of every sacrifice. Early mornings on the levee. Late nights in the film room. Bus rides to playoff games. Every bump in the road. Every moment of ecstasy. Every moment of doubt. Years wondering, is it all worth it? It's all led to this. Man, I got this. It's a 60-minute drive for a 60-minute game. After all the miles we've traveled, we're almost there. After all the hours we've worked, one more can make us legends. After all that time, this is our time. Caveman on the line. HG got the stats.
No filters, no suits, just facts on blast.
He seems like no nonsense guy. Like
re-emphasize that for the Saints fans out there on TikTok. Caveman. What did you just say?
The rebuild starts right now.
Marshawn
Lattimore's gone, so the defense, like we're not getting any better.
To the left, got the edge and grind. We break it all
Get into
down
Smith.
like
What a pass! That's it! Dorial Smith with the game winner! Oh my goodness!
And that is why you have Aaron Fry pass the ball in.
We roar from the base to the backfield floor. No filters, no fake control. We
Real year. Like you have you have the best quarterback in the league, arguably, the best wide receiver in the league, and you've got the best edge rusher in terms of total sacks in the season. You're 4-7, and your playoff chances are hanging on by it.
HG on deck, stats loaded and primed. Reading the field.
Let's make it interesting.
We're making it interesting. Come on. Give us the freaking
breaking down ball like a heat wave blade.
Oh, let's go! Oh, no. For the business! Did not for the business.
We see through the hype. Call out the feed.
So don't you go saying that you're never going to see that. You're such a hater.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
For your
You are looking live at Till The Final Whistle, everybody. HG and Caveman in the place to be, ready to get the sports news for everybody. Today, we got a lot to cover. There was a really awesome Nuggets-Lakers game last night in Denver. Jamal Murray had a little bit of a rough second half, but the Nuggets played pretty solid defensively until that last little stretch of the game. But the Nuggets, man, they're playing pretty solid, waiting the return of the Joker. Hopefully, he'll be back fresh and healthy after the All-Star break for the second half of the season. We'll also be taking a look at the Avalanche. Recently got their first home loss in the season. And, I mean, they're about a quarter of the way through the year as well. So that's a really good stretch at home for the Avalanche. I mean, that's really, really good for playoffs. Last night,
the best team in the NHL.
Oh, yeah, easily. Last night as well, Purdue, another shocking upset in men's basketball for the Boilermakers. They went on the road to face UCLA, who's undefeated at home. Only wins on this season for UCLA have been in LA. Purdue trying to go and end that streak last night, and that dude Tyler Bilodeau, that's a stretch. That's a stretch, big man, right there. That dude was lighting them up all night. Dent had 3 blocks, 23 and 13 as well for UCLA, and I mean they did a really good job at limiting the offense of Purdue. I mean, they really only got shots up on second chance points. And Arizona remains undefeated because they got another home game tonight against Cincinnati. And the Wildcats are looking amazing this year.
Yeah, they're just tearing through everybody right now.
Doing all this, one of the lowest 3-point shooting attempt percentages. They're one of the lowest 3-point attempt percentages in the entire NCAA right now. They don't shoot a lot of threes, and they're still out there dominating teams. Well, I think we ought to start with the Avalanche, man, because they've easily been. I mean, it's hard to argue it. I think the best team in Denver has got to be the Avalanche. It's hard to argue with the 3 teams with a lot of success right now that we got, but I mean, I think this home streak, they're the best team in Denver. It is Colorado Avalanche.
I mean, they still to this point only have 5 regulation losses.
Goodness.
They're the only team right now in the single digits in regulation losses, and it's not particularly close. It looks like the next closest team is the Golden Knights, have 12 regulation losses. So the Avs will you've got to take them to overtime basically if you want a chance to beat them. If the game's ending in regulation, it's a pretty good shot that they're going to win. They are just dominating everybody.
Best record in the Western Conference, and we have the least amount of games played. 47 total games. Next closest is Utah. They're 25 and 20 right now, and they've played 49 games. I mean, that's just an insurmountable lead we've got on this conference right now. 34 wins for us. Dallas Stars in second place in the Western Central Division. Only got 28. And they're already in double-digit losses. I mean, what is the NHL record? What is some of the... Let me just search up some of the best NHL records, some of the best NHL teams in all history. Because
they certainly are on pace to be up there. Man, this is it's a team that they can either they can get into a shootout, they can put up 7, 8, 9 goals on you, or they can go and they've got the goaltending to go and win a 1-0 type of game.
So here we go. The best record ever was in 1976-77 season. Montreal Canadiens. The Canucks had 60 wins, 8 losses, and 12 ties on the year. I mean, we're Avalanche are on really good pace right now at 34 and 5.
Yeah.
That is nuts. That is nuts. And the best playoff record was the Oilers 84-85 season, of course, led by Wayne Gretzky, 15-3 record in the playoffs. So
Well, McKinnon might be able to do something like that in the postseason, leading this team.
If we don't pass that Canucks record of 60-8, the Red Wings in 96 had 62-13 record with 7 ties. So we're definitely on pace to possibly have a better record than that Red Wings season this year.
And hey, the team, they're somewhat human, right? The top 5 in plus minus in the NHL. Now there's a guy from Tampa Bay on there too, along with 4 Avs. So it's not just
they're not bad either.
Lineup
they're not bad either.
Dominating. Yeah, JJ Moser now 3rd in plus minus. But yeah, I mean, they've got Wedgwood out here with wins as a goalie. Mackenzie Blackwood's got one of the top save percentages. I know he was hurt there for a little bit, but Wedgwood filled in really well.
We got depth in the goalie position.
Yeah. I mean, you could go to either one on any given night, and it's
doesn't matter who's in there. They'll give you 30 plus saves, and it'll be.
They're both top 5 in terms of goals against average. Like they are.
My goodness,
they're so good. McKinnon, obviously, just him and Connor McDavid are just running away with the points total on this season. I mean, it's those two have a 12-point advantage on the next closest guy, so it's going to be just a race.
The Oilers went on a crazy run too in the last week. I was looking at their record and everything last week, and in the Pacific Division, they were all the way underneath the Kings last week. So they had a really good stretch over from Wednesday to Wednesday.
Yeah, they're jumping up,
climbing back up in the ranks there. I mean,
that's 51 games, and they're 25, 18, and 8. So they started off a little slow, but yeah, they're really starting to.
It's not a team to be messed with there.
Yeah, I mean, it's man, it's going to be close. Who you give this MVP to? Because I think McDavid and McKinnon are both again having very MVP-like seasons.
I mean, depending on how this last end of the season goes for Edmonton, I might say Connor McDavid. But I mean, the Avalanche with a full entire season of dominance like this, how could you not give it to McKinnon?
It's going to be hard not to. Yeah, he's insane.
It's like a crazy run to get into the postseason for Edmonton after a really shaky start. I mean, he's the leader and the star of that team. Like, he's definitely these are going to be the top 2 guys all year long.
Right. We might get a fantastic series between these two in the postseason.
We want Dallas back again. All right, we're not going to let that series slip. We want Dallas back in here again. First round.
I mean, I want that rematch too. The Avs totally should have won that last year. They blew so many chances. They had some leads and they just let them slip. So
such a different team now. Like, this is, or even earlier in the season, we kind of saw it. I kind of knew early that they're done letting games slip. They got in some really tight ones, and we saw only overtime losses from this team. That's how you know it's a different type of a season from them. And it took nearly. Okay, they lost. I was going to say I wanted to check how long it took them to actually lose a game to open the year.
Pardon me, everyone. Yeah, I mean, they, like, a lot of these guys are given some of their best performances of their careers,
Feeling like championship or bust
really
for the Avalanche right now.
So, yeah, scary unit. I just don't think there's any team that can go 7 games against them.
No.
Right now. Big thing, well, hopefully they can, like, now you just pray that everybody can stay healthy. That's the big thing. But even with some injuries, there's some good depth here. But obviously you don't want anybody getting hurt.
Yeah, we don't want to be missing anyone crucial comes to the postseason.
All right. Well, speaking of Denver teams that are injured, the Nuggets.
The Nuggets.
Last night. We'll go take a look at that game they had against the Lakers.
6 blocks. Peyton Watson went full Swatson, went block LeBron. That was sweet.
Yeah, no, he was really great last night. Gave it 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, got that big block, shot on LeBron, 3 steals as well. Yeah, then Tim Hardaway, Zeke Naji also combining for 5 blocks in this one. And they were kind of cooking LA in the first half. One thing I'm noticing though, that this team has struggled without Jokic out there is closing out in the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah.
There have been a couple of games where they just really run out of gas, run out of steam. When Jamal Murray started in the first half, had 26 points and finished the game with 28. Like, he just went ice cold in the second half.
It was kind of really shocking to see that too, because he had just hit that half court buzzer beater to go into the halftime break, and he came out beginning of the fourth quarter. He was 0 for 4, and he had a few assists to open up the second half, but they really did a good job limiting him and forcing some much tougher shots.
I think the Lakers made a good defensive adjustment to him. They started blitzing him way more, and they just tried to get the ball out of his hands. And
he was getting picked up and doubled like right off the ball screen. And the Lakers' rotations last night were just perfect. They were playing some great defense.
Yeah. And the Nuggets were not playing some great defense on Luka Doncic, who had a 38-point triple-double on him.
He passed Joker. You're lucky he's injured. They're neck and neck at 52 and 51 30-point triple-doubles in their career.
It's all right. The Joker will catch him. And he's still got more all time, so it'll be.
That's right.
Won't be that big of a deal, but yeah, I gotta say, I love the emergence of Peyton Watson here for the Nuggets. I do think it's going to put us into an interesting bind in the postseason, or not in the postseason, in the off season, because he's really played himself into a bigger contract. So it's how are we going to manage this? Because
if you're us, I don't feel like the Nuggets want to go into the second window.
Yeah,
and Christian Brown got the bag before the season started. And looking at the rest of the team, if we want to keep some major depth, is Zeke Naji sticking around? Is Spencer Jones sticking around? Tim Hardaway?
You gotta also think Jalen Pickett, how.
Yeah, he's definitely played himself into a bigger contract. I can't lie. That not really in this one in the scoring.
He wasn't too great last night, but overall he's been really good. I think he should be our backup pickup point guard once the starters are healthier again. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. What are you going to do with Cam Johnson? Obviously, you want to keep Murray, Jokic, Gordon.
Cam Johnson,
you just paid CB. I think Watson at this point, he's become too valuable to let walk. So,
yeah. At this point, though, I feel like we kind of do gotta ride it out. We're just gonna I hope they keep this roster the way it is. Is looking forward when the team is fully healthy. Bench unit, Jalen Pickett and Bruce Brown splitting minutes off the bench as the point guard. Jalen Pickett's definitely proven himself more. That just makes our rotation even deeper. Peyton Watson definitely going to be getting a lot more minutes and keeping Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown fresh and ready to go. I mean, we've got more than just depth for Nikola Jokic now. And it feels like this entire team has an opportunity in games now to get a rest, come out fresh. I don't know, man. Just win the championship. See what happens.
True.
I feel like this is a roster that definitely could do it.
Just get healthy by the postseason. It'll be a tough unit to go up against in 7 games. Some other stuff going on around the association last night. The Suns knocking off the 76ers. The Bulls just absolutely destroy the Clippers. The Rockets and Spurs had a pretty good game last night.
Houston came back.
Yeah, they were trailing for a good bit in that one. That game was delayed too. I think Wemby broke or bent the rim and during warm-ups, and they got delayed 10 minutes while they were trying to get everything leveled out.
He's an absolute freak. And even in this game, he drove in, got in on the baseline on Sengun, lowered the shoulder into him, and jumped from a few steps before the low block and was still able to have enough reach to dunk on him. That's just not even human.
He's crazy. I don't it. It just blows my mind that the things he can do. You just how is somebody that is his size that athletic and mobile, can just move the way he can and can handle the basketball the way he can.
It's you see guards get inside on the mid-range, using their footwork in the post, and SGA does it a lot when people say that he's foul baiting. It's the same thing for him. He can play like a guard on any level of the floor at that height and reach and dribble fast enough where if you're that big, why wouldn't you just keep the ball above your head? But he can actually go and just cross up anyone. He's got elite footwork, and I can't wait to see what continues on with his career.
Yeah, I gotta say, Reed Shepherd's really emerging as a kind of a bench player for Houston. He had 21 points last night. Hit a couple of big threes. He's really become a very solid and reliable 6-man for him off of there. And Houston, they're kind of showing this is the exact type of game they might drag you into, where they're going to make this it's going to be defensive, it's going to be low scoring, and they're going to force you to when you get good looks, you're going to need to capitalize on them, or because points are going to be at a premium. They're going to be hard to come by. We also had another incredible performance last night from Keontae George of the Utah Jazz.
Oh, yeah.
The rookie, man. He's looking like one of the best players to come out of this draft. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of somebody on the Wizards. He's been in the league a couple of years. But he's really starting to come into his own for Utah. I mean, the Jazz, man, there have been a couple of games this season where they've put together some really nice performances.
Yeah, early in the season, Markkanen had the first 50 piece since Karl Malone. Keontae George 43 last night.
It's 15 to 28. And they beat the Timberwolves. They survived 38 from Anthony Edwards. But then they also have games where they get blown out by 55 to Charlotte, but they'll beat OKC and the Spurs.
Yeah, that's what doesn't make any sense. They'll have a back-to-back against two of the toughest teams, but get blown out like by Charlotte, like you said. 55 points.
Right.
I mean, at least they're a
Perplexing.
little better than last year, right? Like they're showing some improvement. It's just not very consistent play right now.
Right. And unfortunately for them, they're probably not going to get the number 1 pick again, despite being in the lottery.
Definitely not.
Emmanuel Quickly, he had a 40-point night last night for the Raptors, who, man, I like this Raptors team, man. They could be really good. And he didn't play last night, but they got this rookie Colin Murray Boyles, who's been really great.
He's pretty solid.
I mean, he's only 6'8", I think, or maybe 6'7", and they line him up. They have him play all 5 positions. Like he's played games at center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard, point guard. Like he just does whatever they ask of him, and he can really. I mean, he plays at every position pretty well, despite being undersized through some of those big man rules.
I think that if they could lock it in, they really could be really sneaky team in the Eastern Conference playoffs, man. Because they got Scotty Barnes still. He'll go out there and guard your best player, still give you 20 points in the paint, and maybe even 20 rebounds. In this game, he nearly had a triple-double,
right?
26, 11, and 7. And, I mean, 11 assists, 4 turnover, great ratio. I mean, he's out. He'll guard the best player on the team as well. He's not the flashiest player. That's why I feel like they have guys like Emmanuel Quickly and Brandon Ingram, because Scotty Barnes is going out there to do his job. He's the best player on the team. He's just not the flashiest guy, so he really goes under the radar. And I wish they still had freaking Jokic Purdue, because he was going crazy for him last year at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, looking at the Eastern standings, man, I mean, New York, they've been kind of slipping recently. I mean, they're having all sorts of defensive troubles. They've lost 4 in a row. They just look all sorts of out of sync. I mean, it's been a lot of L's piling up recently. You've got the Magic have a number of issues going on there. Paolo is.
What happened to him, man?
I mean, he just wants to settle for jump shots. It's weird, and he's historically bad jump shooter. Just in terms of his percentage taking jump shots, it
felt like last year he could just give you 30 every night. For most of the season, he was just dropping 30 every other night.
Yeah. Now the 76ers, they're looking good, but they just can't seem to really pull too far ahead of 500.
Win a couple, lose a couple.
Yeah.
Hawks, they let the Hawks without Trae Young score 142 points.
Right, their
Jesus
defense can
Christ.
get really it can be really shaky. I mean, Boston with no Tatum has climbed back up into the 2nd spot. The Pistons are just running away with it. Cleveland's got their issues. Miami doesn't have a ton of talent. The fall off of Evan Mobley needs to be studied. He's really struggling this year.
This was the Evan Mobley show last year when we were talking NBA. He was so good for Cleveland last season.
And he ended up winning Defensive Player of the Year, didn't he?
He did.
Right.
He was a beast last year.
And his offense just exploded this year. It's just off. I mean, he can still he's still giving you 18 a night, but it's just really a struggle to get him going. It's a pretty inefficient 18.
And an inefficient 18 is not really going to help your team win.
Right.
I mean, you got to shoot at least you're shooting more than 10 shots if you're going for getting 18, 20 points. If that's where your offense is going, getting you that many looks, I mean, that could be a good portion of a quarter. You're just giving up defensive rebounds to the other team.
All right. And then the Pistons just continuing to run away with it right now. They're 31-10. They're a great team, man.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
I really think it's probably coming down to Detroit and Boston at this point. I think Boston gets Tatum back. I mean, they'll be even better than they are right now. Jaylen Brown's playing at a very high level, though, just to get them through this. And despite losing, I mean, they lost like 5 players. And despite that, I mean, they're just the next guy up. I mean, it just shows like how well they've drafted. Nemas Kuta, man. This guy.
Oh, that Keita. That dude is a beast.
Dude, he is a monster on the boards. Yeah, really solid center there. Peyton Pritchard getting a lot of starting minutes, and he's making the most of it. And then, yeah, I mean, Jaylen Brown, though, right now, he's averaging 30 a game.
I think we might have to make the case, though, that we get Cade Cunningham in on this MVP conversation. At least for somebody in the Eastern Conference. A lot of teams some success. 25. I'll give him 26 points. We'll round up the 25.7. That's 25, 7, and 6 boards. Or 25, 10, and 7 with a steal and a block a game.
Yeah, I mean, I think
play it every game.
He should definitely be in the conversation for MVP. There's everything he enables for that team. I mean, yeah, you see the points, the assists. I mean, the offense just flows through him, and he's a really solid defender too. Leading the best team in the East too. I mean, I think they're going to probably run away with it for the 1 seed. It's just tough because I mean, like, yeah, he's having a really great season, but like I think the front runners. It's Jokic still hasn't technically been disqualified, but it's Shea. Is it Luka, the other one in the top 3?
I believe so. Let's see.
I know there was some mention of Giannis potentially, but I like his team's just not really winning enough. He needs some help there. I mean, it's a big question. Are they going to move him at the deadline?
Currently, SGA leading Joker, Luka, Wemby. Okay. Yeah, I was going to also say Jaylen Brown should be on the list as well. At least for Eastern Conference guys, your top 2 candidates for MVP, easily Jaylen Brown, Cade Cunningham. Maybe throw Tyrese Maxey in there. The 76ers just suck.
Maxey's having a great season. He's easily the best player on that team now. Like, there's no debate. So, like, Embiid's all right, but Maxey is easily the best player that the 76ers have. All right, well, there's some big injury news that we got to talk about. That's Jimmy Butler.
Oh, yeah.
Tearing his ACL. What's going to come next for the Golden State Warriors?
Kuminga just demanded a trade.
Oh boy, so that's not good for their backup plan.
Because guy that was pretty much playing his position out for the rest of the season. Dude, you got to get in there. Doesn't even want to play for the team anymore. Maybe it'll be good for him, though, for Kuminga, because he did finally, stand up to the organization a little bit and could just grant him some more playing time that could make him a more valuable trade asset. because they're not at the deadline yet.
No. I think if you're the Warriors, you got to ask Curry, what do you want to do? Like, what are we?
Yeah, at this point, he's going to have to be like LeBron.
He's still playing at a pretty peak level. And it's like, do you want us to try to go all in on the trade? Do you want us to sell? Do you want to still play here? Because I mean, this is your franchise's best player.
Getting close to 40.
At this point, though, like you've got to start considering your future. He's not going to be around there much longer, but maybe you can give him at the level he's playing, you could probably still get some good value for Curry if you were to trade him, if you wanted to be traded, or if you want to bring in, or if you want to try to attract somebody here or trade for someone. I feel like, they're probably going to have to trade Kuminga. I'm like, who would you go for if you're the Warriors? Michael Porter Jr. kind of jumps out. Like, I know there's still talk about him.
That's actually a pretty interesting one there. Looking at who they got, I mean, they have a lot of guards. Buddy Hield, LJ Cryer. They got Seth Curry. They got Steph. And a lot of their guard depth is really young. Maybe you try to go for a big man. I mean, your center right now is Al Horford and Trace Jackson Davis or Draymond. So maybe a big man. Maybe Michael Porter Jr. I feel like Michael Porter Jr. Just because why not?
Right. He certainly fits the mold of the team, like with a lot of 3-point shooting. Although I do wonder, defense, like the Warriors with Jimmy out there were a really great defensive unit. So I just wonder how that's going to affect them. With Porter just hasn't always been the strongest defender. And he loves to catch and shoot. I mean, who else would be out there who's on a team that might be willing to trade,
Teams that are selling.
Like, I don't know if you bonus, if that would be a move that you could potentially make. This is probably unlikely, but like, would Milwaukee try to make a play for Steph Curry?
Yeah.
Well,
that could be interesting there.
They kind of did that experiment with Damian Lillard, but obviously Curry's a lot better than Dame is overall. It just feels like
tough for them.
A tough way for the end of an era to kind of go down. You're really in a tough spot. I think you just, like, again, Steph's your best franchise player.
They're at a point right now too.
You try to do right by him and see, does he want to try to buy in and then take and get this team to the playoffs, or does, like, are you okay with us trying to go into rebuild mode and start to try to rebuild this team and put it back together for a new era?
Like, a lot of the teams that you think might be selling by this point of the season, or, like, looking to make some moves, they either already have, like Atlanta, Washington, making that trade, or they've had at least a decent enough stretch of games so far in this season where they might want to look around and see what their roster looks like later in the season.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Suns, they might have been willing to make some moves at the beginning of the year. They might have been willing to try to go for Jonathan Kuminga maybe, but now it's like they're 5 seed. I mean, I don't think the Suns are even willing to make any more transactions. Like they're playing really good now.
They've been a pleasant surprise, man. They're one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the league. Mark Williams has been a revelation for him. Grayson Allen, Dylan Brooks, those guys are playing great. Like just their 3-and-D, that presence that they bring out there.
It'd be too many assets to give up if they wanted to try and go for Ja Morant, which wouldn't fit in their offense at all.
Like maybe Anthony Davis.
Oh,
I know the Mavericks are maybe considering trading him.
But then it's like you just got another dude that's going to be hanging out with Jimmy Buckets on the sideline,
right?
Being hurt.
That feels like a big risk. Yeah, I don't know. Like Porter makes the most sense to me. I just don't see. I don't. Does New Orleans have anybody that might be worth trading for him? Like, is Trey Murphy still on the table?
He is definitely right now. But I think Trey Murphy's been playing so good that like he is probably going to be able to pick where he goes. Because the future really of the Pelicans all lies in the hands now of I'm pretty sure the Hawks, because they traded with them to get the first round pick, which they used to acquire Derek Queen in this year's draft. So they don't own their first round pick anyways.
Maybe Herb Jones. He could be another potential guy off of that Pelicans roster. Can kind of do what Jimmy did, but both of them I think are a bit better as 3-point shooters.
They're both really good defenders.
Yeah.
They would definitely give a similar presence to Jimmy on the defensive end. They're in a really, really rough spot.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, you've got Steph Curry again, still playing at an extremely high level. But I just don't know, like, if you can, even if you make a trade, I don't know if it's going to be enough to really elevate this team to make a run for a championship, or if it's just going to end up hurting you long term more with the assets that you're going to have to give up.
Yeah, this might be one of the craziest trade deadlines, all just because Jimmy Butler tore his ACL. This could be, I don't know though. Do you think Golden State, Steph Curry really going to part ways before the end of his career? He's 37 right now.
That's true. I feel like he's going to want to.
Does he finish at least? Maybe he plays till 40. You think he just rides it out last 3 years with Golden State? But at the same time, it's like 3 years still playing that well. Dude just went and balled out in the Olympics. Like, this guy could get you a ring. If you're another team that's like in that mode, win now.
I don't know. Maybe this season's a wash, but they see what they can do, and if Curry's coming back, you can try to rebuild in the off season there and move some things around. Let us know what you guys would do in this situation. It's a really precarious spot that they're in. We're going to have to monitor what the Warriors do. We're going to go ahead and take our first little music break here, though. When we come back, we're going to get into some college hoops. Caveman's Wildcats are tearing it up. Michigan's still looking really good. I mean, there's just a lot of teams that still are at one or two losses, just tearing it up in the top 25 right now. A lot to dive into. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Till the Final Whistle.
From the cave with a mic in hand, drop stats so hard they ban my brand. G to the left, got the edge and
I hope to see you again on some sunny day. And to a hero and the love you left behind, I'll try my best to pass it on till the end of my time. And to a hero, you're gone, but I have no doubt that you have made it home. And to a hero taken way too soon, over there in that dusty country, an Afghan afternoon. To a hero and the little one you left behind, I hope he grows up with your passion, I'm sure he will with time. And to a hero, a warrior through and through, you were taken way too early, what can we do? We can try to keep your spirits alive. We can try to be nice. We can not take for granted all the beautiful things in our lives. We can be the change we want to see, and we can listen to the wind pass through the trees. We can speak the words we know are true for our heroes. This is what we can do. All the heroes taken from our lives, at home or in those countries, fighting for what's right. Now we can do this for you and all your kin, and make this world a better place for your kids to grow up in. And we can try to be true, admit when we don't have a clue, and be there with the ones we love until our time is good and through. And we can be the change we want to see, and we can listen to the wind pass through the trees. We can speak the words we know are true for our heroes. This is what we can do. Yeah, we can try to keep your spirits alive, and we can try to be nice. We can not take for granted all the beautiful things in our lives. We can be the change we want to see, and we can listen to the wind pass through the trees. We can speak the words we know are true for our heroes. This is what we can do. Well, to a hero I say, I hope to see you again on some sunny day. All right, to a hero.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking live at Till the Final Whistle once again, and we got to head over to some NCAA. I mean, last night, Tyler Bilodeau snapped a Purdue 9-game winning streak with his go-ahead three-pointer. 8 seconds left. Purdue's defense been pretty solid all year, and the game-winning play was a pick and pop. And just got lost on the pick and pop. Big man got out there, and after how many threes Bilodeau made, it's surprising that he wasn't the guy that they were trying to guard for the game-winning shot. He was going off. Dent wasn't even on the floor for this final possession. It really all came down to some tough turnovers late. Braden Smith had a really it wasn't as ticky-tacky as he tried to play it off. It was a tip pass off the hands of the big man that went flying out to the perimeter, and he tried to tip it out of bounds and make it look like it went off one of the UCLA guys. I mean, replay assist was all over it, though. And the coach didn't even want to challenge that at all or try to review it. They went on. UCLA hits go-ahead 3. This was a real good battle, though. It was really back and forth. Purdue went on a lot of good runs down the stretch, but UCLA was ready to answer back. And they had a great crowd there last night, too. It was a pretty awesome upset. Didn't allow the fans to storm the court after.
Oh, come on.
They fine them now. They fine the schools now for it ever since that thing happened with Filipowski.
Oh, that's so lame.
Yeah.
Bro.
Some schools just they take the fine, but UCLA literally had a chain crew. And it was a bunch of school staff and coaches and security just holding the white chain. And the fans were only really allowed to come out to like the 3-point line. Yeah. It was stupid. It was dumb. I was like, they're not letting them storm the court.
That was because Kyle Filipowski got in the way too. He could have easily gotten out of the way. He just, because he was salty about losing, he was trying to
bump into people that were enjoying their time
and ended up getting stepped on. Yeah, UCLA. The reason they have a tough time winning on the road is because their bench unit doesn't do a whole lot. So it's starters have to really carry.
7 total shots made by the bench unit. Well, 9 because of 2 free throws from Jakari Harris.
Yeah, they were non-existent in this one. And yeah, the Boilermakers. That was that's a problem going on the road. They just couldn't. They got some cold stretches. They let UCLA hang around in it. They started smelling blood in the water, and boom, got an upset. I want to just direct your attention down to a little bit of a shootout that went to overtime down here at the bottom, because we also got to highlight a 20-0 Miami Redhawks team that won a little action overtime thriller against Kent State, 107-101.
Suter,
Peter
27, 10, and 8.
Nearly having a triple-double in this one. Dueling with Rob Whaley of the Golden Flashes, who had 27 and 14, as well as 3 blocks.
It's got him in the top 20. They're in the top 25.
Right, and I mean 20-0. It's pretty impressive at this point in the season.
Another team down there at the bottom who's having a great season. Once we cover Miami, Ohio, I couldn't help but laugh at their logos. St. Louis Billikens. What
is a Billiken?
The logo looks like a goblin, though. I don't know what it is, but that's the 24th ranked team in the country right there.
Good on them. Yeah, I'll say, Miami of Ohio, nobody insanely impressive on their schedule. They did beat Air Force and Old Dominion. Some solid teams. UNC Greensboro on there. But
I have to take a look at St. Louis. They played Stanford earlier in the year, 78-77. That was a loss, but they're playing close against ACC comp. Okay. They're in a decent conference. Duquesne's in there, Fordham, Richmond. But they also are in the A10, which had a lot of players get investigated recently for throwing games. Specifically, this Fordham and St. Louis game. There's a text thread from Fordham players that were betting on the game.
I heard that even some power conference teams got it. God, they weren't like a big basketball school, but
there's over 100 players that are getting investigated right now for fixing games.
At the next commercial break, I'll see if I can. We'll take another longer one because I think I have something saved somewhere. We'll get it try to get it loaded in. TikTok breaking down all the people that were throwing games, because I heard there were a couple of instances where there were players that were trying to throw games, but then they had another player on their team just that wasn't involved.
Yeah.
Played way too well, and so they still won the game despite trying to lose.
Or everyone would try to lose, and the other team was just that much worse that there was literally text threads of them saying, this team is so ass that they couldn't even keep the lead. But they were trying to let them win. And the lines, like, it was just random games. They were all betting on the Guangdong Tigers too, Chinese basketball, and throwing games over there. It was like over $400,000 would get bet on like an A10 conference game, and you're like, okay, this is a little sketchy.
I can't, like, no crap, he got caught. It's almost a little embarrassing that it took him as long as it did to figure this out. But maybe they were doing an extensive investigation that they didn't want to tip off their hand. I'm like, I mean, come on, they're not even trying to hide it. Yeah, let me drop 3 racks on a random A10 conference game. Oh yeah, I'm dropping $250K on player props in the Big Sky Conference.
Yeah, and it's like, it's for a guy to have, it's like an over under 3.5 rebounds for some random bench guy that's just got $100,000 based on the prop bet.
All right. Well, hey, some conference play has started, and
it's been good.
Last night in the SEC, Arkansas kind of showed some dominance over their opponent Vanderbilt. That was a top 25 matchup here. Beat them 93-68. The Razorbacks shocked some people with a good run in last year's tournament, looking to do the same. They're 14-5 here. They got 16 from Ewan off the bench, and then their entire starting lineup had a pretty solid game. Nick Pringle only had 8 points, but he got 4 rebounds as well and did a good job of protecting the football, made some football protecting the basketball. Trayvon Brazil, 10-14.
I'm glad he stuck around for another year. He
Right.
was good in the tournament for him.
He's just a super impactful player. You also look at like the 4 steals and 2 blocks in this one. They got Carter Knox is back for another year. He had 16 in this one. And then Darius Acuff, who dropping 17 for him, their leading scorer.
Kansas might be no joke. With Trey White and Darren Peterson, those 2 guys have been really, really solid. And once conference play started, they had a really, really good bounce back because they got knocked out of the top 25 a few weeks ago. 4-2 now to start things off. Back up to 19th in the country.
Right.
Beat Colorado last night, 75-69. I mean,
they had a nice win.
Pretty commanding win.
Earlier in the year. I mean, you look at some of their losses too. I mean, they lost to UConn, Duke, and North Carolina. All really good teams. I think they got off to a slow start, but they're really starting to find their footing. Not like after that West Virginia loss, they were like, that kind of like shook them away because they've been a lot better defensively. And I mean, even though they won this game, they like gave up 100 points to TCU the week before. So I think they're really starting to get dialed in. I mean, they had a big win over Iowa State immediately following that. Then they've defeated Baylor and Colorado. A couple big tests coming up, though. They are going to have BYU and Texas Tech here in a few days, or just over a week, actually. And they still got to play Arizona twice and Iowa State one more time.
They got a really tough schedule this year. Home and home against two of the best teams. I mean, they're lucky they don't have the home and home against Houston also. That would just be scary. I mean, the Big 12 altogether in basketball right now is really amazing. Iowa State, Kansas, Houston, Arizona. TCU really hasn't been bad. Offensively, they're not a bad team.
Don't forget about BYU.
BYU in there. Dubonsa cooking up. Texas Tech in the top 25 right now. And it's been really good for Big 12 basketball this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would absolutely not surprise me if a Big 12 team won it all this year. And you got UConn, man. Like their conference kind of fell off this season. They're just not as good. I mean, like the Huskies are running away with it. St. John's just like, I know that they're 14-5 overall, but they just don't feel like that good of a team.
They kind of, after last year, made a big coaching hire, got them into the tournament, was everybody's kind of dark horse team to make a really good run. It wasn't a bad tournament from them, but they've fallen off the radar since then.
Yeah.
Even though there's only one conference loss, 14-5. I mean,
I just think they've really struggled against top end competition too. I mean,
Bama, Iowa State, Auburn all took them out. Kentucky took them out. Providence took them out. And I mean, Kentucky 8-4 at the time of that game. I mean, they're kind of in the same boat.
You know who's been a crazy surprise though this season? The Nebraska Cornhuskers.
It's back. They've had a really good season.
They're 18-0 right now, 7th in the country, 1st in the Big Ten, and they've adopted the defensive strategy known as no middle, where they are just so determined to not let you score in the middle of the floor. They want to try to force teams to kick it out. I mean, yeah, if you watch their games, like it is crazy how much they will swarm to the middle of the court.
And they want to make you shoot as many shots as possible from deep. Force you to stretch the floor.
And I mean, they've got some solid wins on this season too. Took down Illinois, took down Michigan State, just beat Oregon the other night. Got a victory over Indiana.
Rough year for the Ducks. 8-11 right now for Oregon.
Yeah, it's too bad. They normally have a pretty good basketball team that could make some noise, but I don't know what's going on with them. Yeah, back to the Cornhuskers, because I did not see this coming out of this squad. Honestly, it was not a team I had my eye on.
They came out of nowhere.
Big Ten, yeah.
I mean, they're dominating teams. 96-66. FIU beat Wisconsin by 30. 90-60.
Price Sanford out there leading the way, but I mean it's a pretty unselfish unit too. I mean they pass the ball really well. It's just it's great ball movement, and then they just play really fast.
No way.
On defense.
Hoiberg transferred there. We're going into his senior year. Where's I swear to God, Sam Hoiberg was on a different team.
Yeah, you're right. Let's see what career.
No, he's always been on Nebraska.
Must be thinking of somebody else. But yeah, he's just he's just emerging this season as he's just kind of developed a lot as a passer, leading the team in assists per game and everything.
He's their playmaker, and mainly that's the guy has got the ball in his hands to get the action going and to get at the team in the set. And Bryce Sanford obviously leading in scoring right now, and I mean he's almost 50, 40, 90 club right now. 47% from the field, 41 from 3, and 82 from the free throw line. He's shooting really good.
Yeah. And he's crafty, man. He just gets so many good looks. I'm excited to see how they square up in some more conference play here. They got they're gonna have Michigan coming up here soon. That game's on the 27th. That's that'll be that's gonna be a tough road test for them. That one's gonna be on Peacock at 5:00. So make sure you tune in for that one. That's gonna be fantastic.
That's gonna be a good game.
You've got Illinois. Then they'll have to go play Illinois. Rutgers, who's kind of struggling this year, so be a little bit of a reprieve. Then they'll have to host Purdue. So those 3 games are really their biggest 3 remaining.
They seem winnable
on the schedule, though.
But this defense
they could win all of those.
That Michigan game, I want to see how they match up against that size. Yeah. I mean, if clogging up the middle stops those big men, I mean,
it'll be tough because I feel like that's
success.
That might be where Nebraska lacks a little bit. I don't think they're particularly very big as a team, which kind of works for the way they play because they're able to, I think, rotate quicker, and that's why no middle's been working so well for them. So it'll be kind of interesting to see. Like Michigan's just like they're being giant and that size that they use to kind of impose their will versus the speed of Nebraska. Like what's gonna give there? I can't believe they dropped that one game to Wisconsin though.
I know. At home too.
At home, yeah. They were messing around. And just some weird decisions. A lot of odd cold streaks. I mean, and credit to John Blackwell, Nick Boyd, the Russian or Eastern European team that Wisconsin's got. All of those dudes really balled out. They just didn't have any answers for him. So, but besides that one slip up, I'm still feeling confident in the Wolverines. Like that pick that they got for him there.
Arizona's got some real big conference matchups coming up. The 26th, they're going to Utah to play against BYU. After that is their in-state rivalry against Arizona State. Then kicking off February, day after the Super Bowl in Kansas, which leads to number 12 Texas Tech. And then you get your home matchup against BYU. And right after that, in Houston, 4 straight games against ranked opponents right there.
Such a brutal stretch right there, man.
And they got the home and home with Kansas. So they'll be playing Kansas one more time. Second to last game of the season is going to be home against Iowa State, top 10 ranked team. I mean,
of all the top teams in the country right now, I feel like Arizona's got easily one of the strongest difficult remaining schedules here.
If they can remain undefeated, get the next two easier ones, Cincinnati and West Virginia, don't let those ones slip. You got a lot of momentum going into Utah on the road. You've already taken out some pretty big teams in their stadiums too. You went on the road to UConn, in Utah, in TCU. UCF gave them a bit of a fight. That is where they struggle, though, is on the road. So this BYU matchup is going to be a really, really big testament. If Utah's going on runs, are they going to be able to bounce back on the road dealing with the opposing team's crowd? So far they have been. But this is going to be that real matchup. I wonder who's going to be on Devonta. You're going to have Koa Pete out there. Braden Burries. I think Braden Burries has that physicality to be able to go up and contest with them and just at least stick with them. But I can't wait to watch that game on the 26th.
I gotta just say, I mean, like how lucky are we that like after this fantastic NFL season that we've had, it's gonna end. There'll be, a little bit of a lull for a few weeks, but there'll be a nice time to, get caught up on some other, maybe a TV show you've been missing or get some work done while you wait for March to start, because then boom, we're going to get into March. And I mean, it's shaping up to be a fantastic March Madness. I mean, there are so many teams that are putting that look really impressive right now that we aren't even getting a chance to cover. I mean, Duke's obviously been fantastic, but and the ACC, like Clemson's shooting back up. I think North Carolina is having a great resurgent season, like I said earlier in the year. Louisville having a great season. The SEC still got some really impressive teams. Georgia has cooled off slightly, but they've still been really good this season. Florida looking to defend that national title. Alabama, still one of the most explosive offensive units we got in the country. As we mentioned, Arkansas shooting back up. Briefly mentioned, Iowa State, how they've been pretty good. Illinois has got a fantastic team there as well. Texas Tech has been really good. We haven't even mentioned them, but Gonzaga, they're 19-1. I mean, they're
killing it too.
Besides that one, they look like one of the best teams in the country. Besides that 140-point loss that they have, but since then they've just been cruising through. So they're going to be really good.
I can't wait to see what happens, man.
We're pretty lucky.
These conference tournaments are going to be insane too. I mean, it's so close between half these teams. Conference tournaments are going to be just as good as the March Madness brackets. And they're going to be playing for it all. But just how close the records are, how close these conference records are going to be at the end of the season, that in those conference tournaments are going to matter so much more for these teams this year. It's going to be awesome.
And then even on the women's side, which is still usually a little more top heavy, there are some fantastic teams that might be on the crash course. I got to just highlight the UConn Huskies the other day, just absolutely demolished Hannah Hidalgo's Fighting Irish.
Oh yeah.
85-47. Sarah Strong with 18 and 11, 3 steals, 3 blocks. She's just unreal. I think she'll win. She's probably my pick to win National Player of the Year on the women's side, averaging 18, all around, averaging 19, 8 and 4 on 60% shooting. Yeah.
Vandy's still undefeated on the women's side, 18-0. They skyrocketed into the top 5 now that they got some conference wins in there. Michigan's been on the rise. Louisville up there still. Iowa, 16-2. Okay. That's been a very interesting team now. Caitlin Clark in the WNBA, and they've rebuilt a little bit.
Right.
Okay.
A little quieter last year, but now they're just coming back strong. They just knocked off the other day. They knocked off 15th ranked Michigan State. And their only 2 losses were to a really good Iowa State team and then to a good UConn team. They beat the 7th ranked Baylor Bears at the time. Beaten the 20th ranked Nebraska. Got a big game against Maryland coming up tomorrow, actually. Yeah. So, I mean, even still on this side, like, I think there's going to be some really fantastic matchups. I'm looking forward to like a potential like a UConn UCLA clash we could see, or like South Carolina UCLA, just like a Michigan UConn Texas. A lot of fantastic games, a lot of fantastic teams that are coming up here. So it's been a really good year for or seasons for sports, I think.
College hoops has definitely been a great season to open it up. I mean, we still got 2-3 more months of it. I can't wait.
Like, that's just what the best thing about it is just like nobody really, like, doesn't seem to be any teams that like are ahead of the pack. You know, it's like, oh yeah, like there are some really dominant looking teams, but then you're like, I mean, even they have shown that, like, you know, there's some chips in the armor, and it's like some weakness that they can. And it's like there's no one that like is really pulling away. You're like, it really is just anybody's. Feels like it's anybody's year.
Does you think to yourself, like, you look at Arizona, undefeated, number 1 in the Big 12, number 1 in the country. There is 5 other teams in the Big 12 that are coming for that spot, and it's one game could decide it for how that top 6 in the Big 12, the rankings. You know, it's literally just like a 1-game difference between half of them. Like, none of them have even matched up with each other yet. We haven't even seen the BYU Arizona matchup. Haven't even played Houston. No Kansas. They're all 1-2 games apart. 2 weeks of this season can decide the rankings.
Right. I mean, 1 week you can be just on top of the world, and then despite playing good, but just lose a close game, and like all of a sudden
you're right back down. Yeah. Feels like you just started off at 500. It feels like your season's over. You drop that many ranks.
All right. Okay, man, what do you say? We'll go ahead and hit one more quick music break. I'm going to give us a little bit of a longer video because I do want to see if I can find and get us loaded in. Just the breakdown on the gambling scandal that I found the other day, just so everyone to get some more insight on it, because it's pretty funny. So we'll hit one more quick music break. Don't go anywhere though. We're gonna have team building extra that's coming up. I see Kyle in there saying Clemson will be winning the tournament.
They just got upset last night. What happened against NC State at home, Kyle? What happened against NC State?
Have to get through Duke and North Carolina. We'll see about that. All right, don't go anywhere. You're watching Till the Final.
In the proud spirit of America and in the proud spirit of our great country,
just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
Today we gather to honor the men and women who've served in our armed forces. We celebrate their courage, their resilience, and their sacrifices they've made so that we can stand here in freedom. Veterans Day is a day of gratitude, yes, but it should also be a call to action. Because honoring veterans is just about remembering their service. It's about truly listening to their stories. It's about giving them a voice, not just a day of thanks, but a platform, a mic, and a listening ear every single day. For too long, veterans have come home from battles on foreign soil, only to face silence here. They've returned to a society that says thank you, but often doesn't know how to truly engage with them. But we can change that right here, right now. You see, when you hand a veteran the mic, you're giving them something beyond words. You're giving them a connection, purpose, and the space to share what it means to serve, to sacrifice, and to rebuild. You're giving them the chance to turn their thoughts, sometimes haunted and heavy, into words that cannot heal. Because when veterans speak, they don't tell their own stories. They speak for others who might be willing, struggling in silence. A voice isn't just a sound, it's a lifeline. And when we give veterans that voice, when we make space for their perspectives in our communities and conversations, we're not just honoring their past, we're strengthening their future. When a veteran shares their story, they're not just reliving their past, they're reshaping their future one word at a time. So today I challenge each of us to give a veteran in our lives the chance to share. Listen, to not just reply, but to understand. Let their words sink in and be transformed by their experiences. Because a veteran with a voice is a veteran with power. Power to lead, to heal, and to inspire change. Let's give our veterans more than our thanks. Let's give them the mic, the platform, and our commitment to listen, because then they talk. We all grow. Thank you.
Another regular day, nobody knows. It's that time, he's coming home to them from a foreign land. He pulls up, his mama cries, looks at daddy with tears in his eyes and says, nothing feels better than this. Couple of months go by and no one sees. Something just ain't right, all he wants is peace. He needs help, but he don't know the path to take or the way to go to be free and put his mind at ease. We will help, 'cause we can't stand to see a soldier go to God by their own hands. We will do everything we can to make 22-0 again. He gets help, but he still feels off. Sees an ad on the TV about a dog batting said, this is a man's best friend. Whoa, so he goes one day and he picks it up. Never thought a dog could bring so much love and put a smile on his face. But he's finally found a saving grace. He needs help, but he don't know the path to take or the way to go to be free. Put his mind at ease. We will help, 'cause we can't stand to see a soldier go to God by their own hands. We will do do everything we can to make 22-0 again. Whoa, whoa. He needs help, but he don't know the path to take or the way to go to be free. Put his mind at ease. We will help, 'cause we can't stand to see a soldier go to God by their own hands. We will do everything we can to make 22-0 again.
You've got this. Even if today feels tough, your best chapter is just around the pond.
Whenever things get rough or it feels like you're at the edge, remember this: storms pass.
Tough times don't last, but tough people do.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking live at Till the Final Whistle, and we've got our clip in here. This guy breaking down all this sports betting scandals going on right now. So let's take a look.
So news broke recently that 20 college basketball players have been charged for point shaving and rigging games during 2024. I've gone through the whole indictment. Here are some of the more interesting parts. There were comically large bets placed on the most random games. In one instance, the fixers bet $200,000 at one casino on the Guangdong Tigers. Hundreds of thousands were regularly bet both on Chinese basketball games and on mid-major basketball first half spreads. $458,000 was bet on Towson to beat North Carolina A&T. Did they think that wasn't gonna raise any red flags? There were multiple texts from the fixers saying that they needed to, quote, clean up how they text, which is never a good sign when that quote is in an indictment. On February 23rd, 2024, multiple Fordham players were attempting to throw their game against Duquesne. Fordham still won by 12, both because the Duquesne players were, quote, not hoopin', and also because Kyle Rose, who was not throwing and was averaging 9 points a game, dropped 23. On March 4th, 2024, a Coppin State player was trying to throw a game against South Carolina State. Coppin State won anyways, with the player saying about SC State, quote, they so ass I couldn't even keep they lead together. This also happened with Southern Mississippi, as 4 Alabama State players tried to throw a game against them and still ended up leading by 3 at halftime, which is kind of ironic because Southern Mississippi was throwing games earlier in the year. 2 Eastern Michigan players successfully threw 2 first half spreads and then won both games anyways, which is kind of impressive, honestly. And this wasn't just affecting small schools. 4 different DePaul players combined to throw 3 Big East Conference games. Those players conspired to keep the ball away from one of their teammates because he was playing too well. Maybe sports gambling is a bad thing.
Yeah. So
Bad thing when you're doing that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I love we have to clean up how we text. They got that in the indictment.
20 players already in this. A lot more getting investigated. It is that's rough. North Carolina A&D, we really betting on that game. Anybody really betting on that game?
I mean, it wasn't even like they were trying, like, you're gonna drop $450,000 on that game.
The only people doing that have already lost the house.
Yeah.
They've already lost the funds. They've already lost the retirement fund, everything. There's no one betting on North Carolina A&D. It's so funny though. They're like keeping the ball away from their teammate.
Right.
Conspired against each other.
Oh man.
And it was like first half point spreads too. They're betting on. Oh my gosh. It's like, all right, we'll play really bad for the first half and then we can come back and win.
Also, want to give that guy Sky Speed a shout out. If you want to like learn about just the most disastrously run like sports leagues or just like absolute insanity happening in like the most obscure or like lower level sports, that's the page to go to. I'm like watching videos about like just a terribly run like I don't even know like the tier leagues of soccer leagues, but it's like somewhere in the middle, in like the Middle East or like Southeast Asia that just is like completely disastrously run, or like the Arena Football League blowing up. It's pretty interesting stuff.
But it's the most important part of the teams and organizations. It's the front office.
The front office.
It's not always the product.
All right. Well, without further ado, though, let's get into everyone's favorite segment, team building exercise.
And I'm putting together a special team.
No, this is actually crazy because this is the total. With pretty much, I was checking the list too. A lot of these guys that I picked on here, they're in the top 30 for the rushing yards leaders. The only person that I got last week that was under 10,000 yards was Sean Alexander, who has 94.53. I had doubles for 5, 10, 15, and 20. So I got to double Eddie George, LaShawn McCoy, Derrick Henry, and Thomas Jones. And I still only got 294,080.
Damn.
So I don't even understand this. I had Gore, I had Emmitt Smith, AP, Walter Payton on this list, Thurman Thomas, Edgerrin James, Barry Sanders on this list too that I got last week, and I still was not able to get 300,000. So I don't even know what we're doing wrong in this segment. I double checked my math when I got here on all of them just to make sure that I was like, there's no way I didn't get 300,000 last week. Yeah. Still off. We're still 6,000 away. That is just nuts.
Wow. Really? Well, maybe we got to add 2 more players. Because, man, we hit 2. Well, we would have had it that one time, but we didn't get the Frank Gore incident. We won't talk about that.
I don't understand how this wasn't enough. Because even if I got somebody above 10,000 to replace Sean Alexander, I'm still short by like 5,000 yards. Even when all my doubles are above 20K.
It's wild. Well, give us 4 numbers to double. What do you say? Do we go 5? Because we've gotten close, and despite that, it's.
We might. I think we do 5 doubles.
Throw 5 in there. Okay, so give us 5 numbers to double here.
5 numbers.
We'll finally get it.
1 through 20.
This one's brutal. Yeah, we've been at this for months, and it just.
Even last week, like I was picking perfectly. I didn't have to use a yo until like the 12th spin down. I was able to get off the really bad spins, land on Walter Payton towards the end. I don't understand how you got to get just a perfect wheel.
I guess. All right, well, give us those 5 numbers. I'm gonna go ahead and do our first spin though while we're waiting for somebody to drop something here. We're gonna get the Ravens. Gotta be Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. Keep on adding. Oh, there's 3. 3, 9, 14.
We need 2 more. Well, I grab the Kings rushing totals. I guess it's done after whatever he ended at here. Wow, he's at 13,000 now. Absolutely insane. Derrick Henry, you're a monster. Spin again. That's a good start, though. I remember we need 2 more numbers. Got the Vikings.
Adrian Peterson.
I think we got to just take AP here.
He's pretty close to 15K.
I believe that's 14,918. Now I had it on the money. All right. Spin it again.
Here is a double.
We do get to double this one. Drop 2 more numbers first in the comments. We're doubling 5 numbers this time. Oh my God, Walter Payton. That's huge. Oops, I just wrote Walter Sweetness. I'm not wrong. That'll be times 2. That's massive. Wow. 16,726. Bears legend. All right. Let me give it another spin. Drop 2 more numbers for us, folks. We got we're doubling 5 today. Oh, man, what was... It's not Jamal Lewis, was it? That played for the Ravens in the 2000s.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah,
I
okay.
got him last week.
As I thought. Jamal.
That's going to be a good pick for us.
Boom, there we go. That's 10,000. Boom. All right. It's a pretty good start so far.
Solid spins. Solid spins.
We're going to get the Detroit Lions. Go Barry Sanders here.
Beautiful.
Barry's 15,000 something, I believe.
Perfect start.
It's going to be 15,269. So number 6 we got here. We're about a quarter of the way through. Kansas City. I think we got Marcus Allen's probably the best option we can take here, right?
I think so.
With him. I don't know. That's
1 and 20 are doubled now. That's our last 2.
1 and 20. All right, well, we'll get the double. Derrick Henry. Marcus Allen. Yeah, I'll take that. 12,243. I get the New Orleans Saints. Ricky. Ricky Williams, right?
Yeah.
Not Waters. believe he's 10,000. Yeah, 10,009. It's a pretty unique number. Easy to remember. All right. On to number 8, Broncos. Tony Dorsett.
He's got the highest number. That one was a crazy pull right there.
I can't believe how many weeks we went and just like totally forgot that Tony Dorsett existed. It's going to be 12,739. Now we're on to number 9. We get to double this one. We're going to get the Dolphins. All right, took Ricky. That not Mercury Morris. Oh, Frank Gore.
Oh, yeah. You can do Frank Gore on this
We
one.
almost did it again.
Least memorable team he was on.
Because I'm always like, there's another AFC team that he was on. Bills, I believe. Or I think he was on the Bills and the Jets. Yeah, so he was on all of them. But like I remember the Bills and the Jets, but the Dolphins, not at all. All right, well.
That was definitely his least memorable team.
Good thing we did not repeat the Frank Gore incident. All right. I mean, that's huge, though. We got Frank Gore and Walter Payton doubled. Ahmad Green. Is there...
I think that's our only guy there.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we got to go with him. He's still above 10K.
Packers, man, for their rich history, they haven't had like a ton of crazy memorable running backs or that just like super long longevity quarterbacks. That's 9,205. All right, number 11. Halfway through, though, this is looking like the run. Philadelphia Eagles. Got to go shady here, right?
Good pick. That's our guy. It's our best option with the Eagles.
Yeah, again, like another team, long history, not a ton of great options just in terms of long careers at running back. All right, boom. That's number 11, though.
Believe so.
All right, we got on to 12. This is going to be the Eagles again. Very cool.
Well, let's think.
This
might be one of our yos.
Right. I just don't think they've got anybody that's even like close to 8K besides like maybe Brian Westbrook.
I think we got to drop a yo here.
Yeah. Give us a yo. We're not going to take the Eagles again. Not feeling it. It might be. I don't know. Okay, man.
What about it? We got the boo. Is the boo count?
Somebody booed
the
us.
Boo count? There's the
There
yo.
you go.
The Eagles have no other. I think Kyle's booing the Eagles.
Because the Eagles suck. Nobody likes them. The Saints. Already took AP. We already got Ricky.
You said.
You got Mark Ingram.
Oh, Mark Ingram.
Pierre Garçon. Boy, he was a receiver. Pierre Thomas, right?
He's
That
the
was the
tight
running back.
end. Pierre Thomas. We got so many guys that were like receiving backs and running backs. Like,
good for short stints, but just never. I think Mark
Ingram.
I
think Mark Ingram has the most.
It's not terrible. It'll still give us like 8,000 something, so we can't complain.
Yeah.
$8,111. All right. Number 13. Who are we going to get here? The Vikings. Well, there's Herschel Walker who could still take. That's not like crazy amount. Man, I feel like we're forgetting somebody else here. But maybe not. Go with Herschel?
Let's try Herschel Walker.
I mean, there's certainly worse options. See.
Yeah. I mean, other than Adrian Peterson and Ricky Williams, Mark Ingram is our best pick because I know for off the top of my head, Kamara's at 7,250.
I'll have to go to the phone. How do you spell Herschel? There it is. So it's weirdly spelled too. All right, 82.25 ain't bad. All right, we'll go 14. We get to double this one. This is big here. The Jaguars. Corey Dillon. That was his name? No, Fred
Taylor. Corey Dillon's our Cincinnati
That's
guy.
our Bengal pick, yeah. I had the wrong cat team.
And pretty opposite size builds. Fred Taylor was a freaking beast looking guy. Corey Dillon, a little smaller, more agile running back. Fred Taylor was like a bus.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. All right, number 15. We are almost done here. We got the Jaguars again.
God dang it. Well, after Fred Taylor, we got nobody.
It's like maybe Maurice Jones-Drew, but like, I mean, we had to go Mark Ingram and Herschel Walker back to back. MJD might kill us here. Drop a yo, please.
MJD is going to kill us.
That's our only option.
I think two is cutting it really close on the under 10Ks. I think we got to try to have everyone else above 10K.
Yeah. Come on. We're having a good run, guys. Throw us a lifeline. Please.
I got pretty lucky with this wheel last week, man, because I still had one yo left on the final spin.
All right. Well,
they're gonna make us pick them.
10.
They're gonna make us pick
9,
it. MJD.
8.
Who else played for the freaking Jacks?
7,
man?
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we gotta take MJD.
Got him. Oh, well. I mean, right at the last second.
We'll call. You know what? We'll take it. It counts. It technically was within the criteria. The Niners. We already got, what's his name?
We already got Frank Gore, yeah.
Think about Garrison Hurst. Did I think that's probably the only option. Did somebody go there did Sean? No, Sean went to the Redskins after Seattle.
Dang, man.
I think it's Garrison Hurst.
Let's give him a try. We haven't pulled him before. Let's give it a shot. I think it's worth it. Worth a shot.
Oh, that's not the right person. Oh, well, not awful, but
we lost now because of that number, probably
7,966. That might do us in. Yeah, we were off to such a good start. The Ravens again, dude. That's just awful. That's just atrocious. This is an evil wheel.
We've already got their top 2 guys.
And we got Mark Ingram.
So we have their top 3.
You go Willis McGahee.
I mean, I feel like we went with him one week and it was like 5K.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we got to use our final yo. This is a pretty much.
Yeah, we got to use the last one. We're going to lose bad if we don't get the yo here. There's no way.
What's out?
You guys got a yo on TikTok.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Because we're already out of it, I think. We got 3 that are under 10K. I think we're done for.
Yeah, no, we're in trouble. All right, the Steelers. We got Franco.
We'll take that.
That's not terrible. That's a lot better than whenever we've had the pick for the Ravens. 12,120. We will take that. All right. Wheel, you need a lock in. We got no more respins here. The Lions. Oh, we already have Barry.
Nice. Well, that just screwed us right there. That just screwed us right there.
No, you guys are still in it.
I don't think we are. I'm gonna
Think positive. Come on, Stiddy.
This is a shot in the dark, but I'm really just throwing out somebody that had a lot of rushing yards. It's work done.
Maybe work done played there.
No, he didn't.
Dang it, dude.
Go David Montgomery.
Yeah, that's like our only pick.
Oh man! All right, David Montgomery. It is
tragic.
Oh,
what an ending!
I'm shuddering to think of what this number is.
What an ending to this week's show.
Oh my God, 6,115. That's it, and
we already got it. We were already out of it.
Long story short, it's over.
Boom. Roasted.
New England, Steven Jackson.
Perfect.
Or as Caveman likes me to play, when something goes wrong you guys' way.
Well, you got to play the bullhorn one.
Oh, that's not the...
The stink sound one.
Oh, this one.
That's what the bottom half of this list has been. Man, that was the run, man. We got Frank Gore and Sweetness. We had them doubled. Got the Steelers again, Jerome Bettis. And we don't have any skips, so
Yeah.
I think he's probably their next highest.
I'm going to read off the list that I pulled last week. You're going to be surprised that it didn't get above 300K. I'm just going to read off the whole list. So the only person that I had that like wasn't in the top like 40 all-time rushers was Sean Alexander.
Oh, wow. Oh, I think we've been doing this wrong. We got to go with Jerome Bettis before Franco. I thought they were flip-flopped.
He's got more.
The bus has more. It's got 13,662. This is our last one. Well, we get Emmitt Smith. So hold on. This one gets to get doubled as well. I mean, it's a long shot.
We'll see what happens we got 3 numbers under 10K. That makes me a little nervous. But we got one extra double.
All right. Well,
So
I'll start adding this up. Let's you can read off that list.
This is literally who I pulled last week. So I got Marshawn, 10,413. John Riggins, 11,352. Frank Gore, 16K. Then on spin number 4, I got the Lions. Got Barry Sanders. Then next was my double Eddie George. He had about 10,400. So he had 20,000. Then I got Corey Dillon. I've got the Colts, Edgerrin James, Ricky Williams, Fred Taylor, doubled LaShawn McCoy, Jamal Lewis, Tony Dorsett, Sean Alexander, Thurman Thomas, double Derrick Henry, Emmitt Smith, Ricky Waters, Adrian Peterson, Walter Payton, double Thomas Jones. And that was not enough for 300,000. As like every great running back that you could think of, I was able to pull last week.
I mean, that's like a good chunk of the top 20 rushers in NFL history.
And I got the double, like 3 of them.
I mean, I think we got the top 3 though on our list doubled. It's Walter Payton, Emmett, and Frank Gore.
All right. That gives us some hope.
Henry.
That gives us some hope over here. I'm believing in the dream still. Get it together, fellas. Okay, Kyle. That's why Joel is about to win this PickEM league. Blow us all out the water. And we got to get him in on the PickEM or on the fantasy football next year because he wasn't able to get in on the league.
Well, it helps when you know how to use the tool, and I didn't know how to use the tool.
No, next year Joel is going to be the force to be reckoned with. He's going to have his roster set Wednesday night. You won't even have to worry about his lineup.
Okay, man, you're not going to believe this, dude.
Yes, finally. We just needed the one more double.
3,818, 317.
Yes, 318,317, ladies and gentlemen. It took like 2 months straight, but we finally did complete this challenge. It just took the 5 doubles instead of 4.
That was it. And I think also we got the top 3 rushers in NFL history. We got the double all of their totals. So that's like 30,000 right there. So that essentially covers like 1/3 of it, basically.
That is a good chunk of it. Beautiful.
So, wow. All right, well, hey, let us know what challenge you guys want us to do next. Should we make something NBA related? Should we go
hockey?
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna be terrible if we do a hockey one. I don't
know. That'll get us some more hockey knowledge, though. We'll be better at breaking down the game.
Yeah, hockey,
them,
maybe baseball. We could flip it to the defensive side of football. Let us know what you guys want us to do. let's jump in and do our picks for who we got.
All
right. Broncos,
AFC
Patriots.
Championship. Patriots.
I still believe. All right. The spirit of Bo Nix will guide us. Let's go, Broncos. Our defense will pop off. I'm not delusional. You're delusional.
NFC
Seahawks,
Championship.
Rams. Give me the Rams.
I'm going with the Rams as well. Matthew Stafford.
On the road. I think they're going to put Sam Darnold in a tough situation. The Seahawks defense is nice, but I trust the experience of the LA Rams. That's going to be all for us today. Thanks for watching another episode of Till the Final Whistle here on Military Broadcast Radio. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.